What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. How does the law of attraction actually work? Man, I'm so excited. I'm excited. Well, first and foremost, I want to speak to this journey of sharing with you all on YouTube and doing research and investigating and just being genuinely curious of how this platform works. It's led to just trying to get 1% better each video. And so I've discovered some new features. I don't know how it's going to play out. I figured out how to blur the background and hone in on the face and the difference between lighting. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm excited. I'm excited. But what does any of that have to do with the law of attraction? All right. Well, first and foremost, I'm going to share with you the law of attraction was made popular by this book called The Secret. Author, her name is Rhonda Bynes. They did a TV production, and it was a big deal. It was kind of the hot trending subject for, I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. But ultimately, they portrayed it as if you could simply attract wealth into your life by merely thinking about it. And it was partially true. And it was fascinating enough to draw people in to buy the book and to watch the film and things of that nature. But one of my favorite discoveries of what the law of attraction actually is comes from an ancient Chinese philosopher by the name of Lao Tzu. That's Laotzu, an ancient Chinese philosopher that says, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. And watch your habits, they become your character. And watch your character because it becomes your destiny. And so, what I've discovered in my journey as pertains to the law of attraction is what you think about comes about, and what you focus on grows. So, you ever ask yourself, like, how did I get here? Why does my life look the way that it looks? Whether you're content with where you are, or whether you desire to be more, do more, and have more in your life. And this isn't about comparison. This is simply about becoming the greatest version of yourself so that you can then be of a greater service to yourself, your family, your children, your greater community at large, and ultimately have an impact on the world that's everlasting beyond your lifetime and the time you spent dedicating it to others. And so, with that, sometimes we have challenges that come into our life, and they're repetitive. They're like the same lessons. Like why does this keep happening to me? Not to point the finger or blame, but just question, like, why does this keep happening? I keep making these efforts, but I keep getting the same results. Well, part of that is there's this saying that says, as life happens to you, it's either a blessing or a lesson. And the lesson is, if you haven't fully embraced the blessing of what's going on in your life, then the lesson will actually repeat itself. And if you don't then modify who it is you are internally, then you'll continue to manifest the same outward result. Okay. That might be a little metaphysical for you, but let me just break it down in simple layman's terms. Literally is, we become what we think about all day long. And one of the favorite things I would share with my sons is that habits are so powerful that if we're not intentional in creating habits that serve both our goals, that serves us becoming a greater version of ourselves, that serves us becoming greater in our ability to serve others, then those habits actually become burdens. They become chains, metaphysical chains that hold us back from reaching our greatest reality. And what does that mean? That simply means this: if you're not intentional with the habits you're creating in your life, then those habits will dictate both your reality and the outcomes of whatever it is you think you're trying to accomplish. So, most of you, I would presume, have a thermostat where, if it's the winter time, you want to turn it and adjust it so that when it gets a certain temperature, whether it's cold in the house, the heat kicks on. Or if you're down in the south and it gets too hot, if it hits a certain temperature, the AC kicks on and it cools the house down. Well, as human beings, we have our own internal thermostat based on our perception of reality. And no matter what it is we're trying to accomplish, there's typically a thermostat that's based on our cumulative life experiences that acts as a default mechanism. We may think we're making steps forward in accomplishing certain goals and tasks, but unless we reset that internal thermostat, we'll default back to those habits that we unknowingly or unconsciously created when we weren't intentional about accomplishing certain goals. So let me give you an example. For those of you who have ever tried to either lose weight or gain weight, typically whenever you reach that goal, like I want to lose 20 pounds, and boom, man, you lost the 20 pounds, you're eating better, you're working out more, and time goes on and you get away from the habits that allowed you to accomplish the weight loss of 20 pounds, and boom, 12 months later, you realize, man, you within 2 or 3 pounds of having that 20 pounds back. That's because for years you've carried that extra 20 pounds, and unconsciously you have literally conditioned yourself or set your internal thermostat of being 20 pounds heavier. And until you actually reset that, that was a one time goal to lose that 20 pounds, which is the wrong way to think about it. It's not about what you want to lose, it's what you want to actually gain by becoming the individual that's capable of being 20 pounds lighter going forward in your life. And that all happens in your mind. First and foremost, it's what you think about, first and foremost. And if you're thinking about losing 20 pounds and that's all you're thinking about, then you're actually positioning yourself to default back to what it took for you to actually be 20 pounds overweight. And so what I've discovered that works, and the goals that I've proven to be successful in, is that it's not what I want to lose or necessarily just about what I want to accomplish, because everybody wants to have more, okay? And not everybody's willing to do more. But most people rarely want to become more. And the law of attraction is that this is simply this: whatever it is you want to attract into your life, you have to actually become that. Because let's just take money, for example. Money is attracted to the individual who's capable of receiving it and growing it, okay? Nurturing it, putting it to work, helping it to multiply so that the money that you've received can become more, which then allows that money to do more, which allows your entire reality to have more. But none of that happens, the becoming, the doing, or the having, if you don't first and foremost think about how you're going to go about doing this. Okay. And that's the whole mindset. And so, what I would challenge all of us to do is that no matter what our goal is for our life, whether it's more money, more health, more gratitude, more service to others, whatever it is, I would challenge you to become that first here. And how do you do that? How do you become that here? I got an easy solution for you. You want to become a producer, because whatever your current reality is, your current movie of your life has been produced here in your mind first. And if you're not happy with the way your life's playing out on the real world big screen, then all you have to do is change the characters, change your character, and the way you think about who you are today, who you desire to be tomorrow, and who your future self will thank you for becoming today. So I want to leave you all with a nugget. I'm going to drop a link down in the description by one of my favorite authors, Earl Nightingale. And it's called The Strangest Secret. 6 of the most powerful words I've discovered in my journey to becoming a greater version of who I am and who we all can be is literally this: we become what we think about. And sure, we have thousands of thoughts all day, any day, every day. But if we're striving to become the best version of ourselves, if we're striving to become more than who we've been, then we can be intentional with the programming that we feed our minds. Okay? It's not just talking about positive thoughts, the glass is always half full, or there's a silver lining and everything. Hey, life is hard. Challenges are gonna come. It's gonna rain. But we shouldn't wish for life to get easier. We should hope to become better, so that as we journey on this floating rock called planet Earth, we can become more than we are by doing what we've never done in order to have what we've never had. YouTube, I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. I hope there was something, some nugget that I shared with you all that can pour into your life and help you become a greater version of yourself. And as always, it's outstanding to work hard on your job. You'll definitely make a living. But I encourage everyone, work harder on yourself. Chances are you'll make a fortune. Appreciate y'all, YouTube. Till next time, peace.